You'll have to excuse me because I've done this 9, 10, 11 times now, and a lot of it has to do with my cold. But so don't bash me for making this quick. But I feel like shit. I want to get this done. So yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going with this. But I will say this, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are liking the content, especially if you like this review. If you want a little more interesting review, I suggest you go to the Raw review, which will be in the description below. And also check out my Elimination Chamber review, which will also be in the description below. And we're going to be working on some art for the channel, so everything will look a little nicer as time goes on. I caved and got Photoshop, so yeah, shit's going to start looking nice. But that comes with time, and I have a job, and I have kids, so it's not something that's going to get done overnight, so just going to have to deal with that. But yeah, like I said, if you want to see those videos, they're going to be in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Make sure to like the video if you like the video specifically, and then also to share it with your friends, because your friends should see this shit. Not really. Maybe you have cool friends. I don't know. I don't judge. You know, it's all good. Let's talk Smackdown, shall we? Start with Bray Wyatt, your new WWE champion. That's a significant accomplishment, especially given that this is SmackDown and this is WWE 2017, and we don't have more things like this happening, and it has not been happening. But the fact that SmackDown is really giving these guys opportunities that they should have been getting for years is kudos to SmackDown. Raw is doing it kind of, sorta, at least in the world title picture. I mean, Kevin Owens has been champ for over 6 months. So, I mean, that's a positive in and of itself. They gave it to Finn Balor initially before he got injured. Samoa Joe's getting pushed to the goddamn moon. But, you know, Raw faults in a lot of different places. But we're not going to get into all that. Let's see, where did my notes go? So, we start with Bray Wyatt. He comes out, gets the You Deserve a Chance. We don't need those You Deserve a Chance. They know it. We know it. I know it. You know it. Just leave it at that, okay? Next, we have John Cena come out. Really kind of playing up slight heel tactics. Bray Wyatt really came off as a face early on in this. AJ Styles comes out. Of course, he gets the biggest pop of the night because it's AJ fucking Styles. Demanding his one-on-one match. John Cena's already got his for the night. Daniel Bryan comes out. He's like, you know what? We're going to make this a triple threat match. So we go from John Cena, Bray Wyatt main event to a John Cena, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt triple threat main event. So we're going to go over that here very, very shortly. So we then go to Ambrose backstage, who is looking for Corbin. Can't find him. Is pretty much on a manhunt for him after Sunday night. So first match we get American Alpha versus the Ascension. And the match wasn't bad, but for me, the tag division is completely dull and dead. You have maybe 4 relevant teams. Enzo and Cass are not really a tag team. It's Enzo and Cass playing. It's Enzo playing cheerleader to Big Cass, and we're not getting into all that. If this had more depth and they put more effort behind the tag division, I really think they could probably do some pretty damn good things. But right now, it's complete. It's like a dumpster fire. American Alpha wins after the Grand Amplitude. We then get the Usos making a threat to American Alpha and add some intrigue to probably the best feud for American Alpha right now, because there's nobody else on SmackDown Live that's going to really be able to feud with American Alpha and be legitimate besides the Usos. So I really expect that feud to really start to, you know, go into WrestleMania season. Will we have that match? I don't know, because we don't know what's going to happen with WrestleMania. Because Raw dominated the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, Raw dominated fucking Survivor Series. It was the first that was the first dual branded pay-per-view, and they dominated that. Raw dominated the Royal Rumble, so I wouldn't be completely surprised if you don't have an IC title match or a women's title match or a tag team title match for SmackDown on WrestleMania's card. But then again, WrestleMania is going to end up being fucking 7 fucking hours. So there's no reason we shouldn't get all the titles on there. but I don't want to watch a 7-hour WrestleMania. There's 10 billion other things I can do in 7 hours. I can get paid. I could go to work for 7 hours and get paid. But that's WrestleMania. We'll worry about that then. We still got fucking Fastlane. Anyway, so after that, Ambrose eventually runs into Ellsworth, who's making a complete fool of himself, as always. Still looking for Corbin. Also, Daniel Bryan shows up again. Shows up 3 times tonight. Not necessarily a bad thing because it's Daniel Bryan. Plus, this doesn't happen a whole lot. Usually, Daniel Bryan, if he shows up, it's usually 1 segment, maybe 2. He had 3 show. He showed up 3 times tonight. Not overkill because, it, like I said, doesn't happen every week. And it doesn't happen to excess every week. Shane McMahon shows up very seldomly. Unlike Stephanie McMahon, who shows up every goddamn week. For the most part. But Ambrose asks for a match with Ellsworth. Daniel Bryan decides to give it to him. So that would inevitably end up being the next match. But Ambrose gets attacked by Baron Corbin up at the stage. And then ends up getting an end of days. He throws him over one of the shipping containers that WWE has through a table. And it was a beautiful end of day. It was a beautiful spot. It really was. But, you know, that happened, and we didn't get the match. I really wanted to see Ellsworth get his ass whipped. Really, 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 really did. But, at the same time, I really don't want to see Ellsworth either. So, I mean, it's a win either way. We go backstage again, and Danny Bryan's talking to Nikki Bella, and he's sitting here like, why is it every time, you know, it's like attack here, attack there, and she's like, well, you know, Natty attacks me in interviews when I come out to the ring. You know, backstage, doesn't matter. And then, you know, of course, Natty shows up. They start attacking each other again. So, Daniel Bryan schedules a Falls Count Anywhere match for next week's Smackdown. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm super intrigued about this. I really think this is going to be match of the night next week because this is probably the best feud they've got going right now. It's probably the best women's feud overall. This is one of the best feuds for WWE right now because there's so much, you know, vitriol and hatred and, you know, so much backstory to this. And let's face it, they are beating the bejesus out of each other every single time they come across each other. Every time. And I just feel like a Falls Count Anywhere match is going to be brutal. I don't expect this to end in the ring. It's not going to. It's going to start in the ring, but it is not going to stay there very long. I promise you that. So this definitely has a capability to be in a match tonight. And the best part is, it's not for the title. Just think about that. It's not for the title. This is just a straight grudge match. And it's got the most intrigue and has the most storyline behind it. There's other storylines going on, but you got AJ Styles and John Cena. Their feud's pretty much coming to a sort of an end. Bray Wyatt just became champion, so you got those intrigues. You got Randy Orton, who's got his WrestleMania match. We're going to get to at the end. You've got, what else? Naomi and Alexa Bliss, their feud's like 3 weeks long. You got Becky Lynch and Mickie James. Theirs is probably about a month and a half stewing, but this is the best thing they've got. And I really feel like this match is going to outshine their match at Elimination Chamber, which their match was actually pretty good. It's just the ending was just kind of whatever. So hopefully it'll turn out better. Then we get Dolph Ziggler in a backstage interview, and he talks about how he hates the new generation. He's going to put an end to it, and he doesn't care who he's got to go through, and he doesn't care what he has to do to prove his point. So, next match, we have Becky Lynch versus Mickie James again from the Elimination Chamber. Mickie James goes over this time. This match started sloppy as fuck. It really did. This match just was... I don't know if James was just trying too hard or what, but this match just was sloppy. Probably for the first 4 or 5 minutes. And... excuse me. Whew. But it was sloppy. It really was. And then she took a breather on the outside, and then she came back, and the match got a lot better. She slowed down. They really sat there and hit their spots, hit their cues. There were still a few missteps here and there. but it was a hell of a lot better. Mickey eventually did beat Becky Lynch after selling a separated shoulder, as she was saying, to kind of coax Becky to let her guard down, and she hits her with a mitt kick and gets the pinfall. But like I said, the match was really sloppy. It got better as it went on. Overall, the match was actually pretty good. After the whole beginning part, it was still a pretty good match. Next, we get Naomi to come out, and she's talking, and she's got a fabric brace on her knee. She starts talking about how fucking cat, and there it goes. She talks about how she's not gonna let that be a setback, because I was half expecting, it was like, don't tell me she's gonna fucking sit here and like, oh, I gotta relinquish the title. I injured my knee. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Her nameplates just have her name, but I have a distinctive feeling they glow in the dark. So that's what makes unique of hers. Alexa Bliss comes out, gives her a week to get ready, because she's like, I'm going to be nice. I'm in a generous mood, probably because Valentine's Day, whatever. So she's giving Naomi a week to take her up on her rematch for her title. So more than likely we'll get that. I'm not going to say we're going to get it next week. It's very possible we'll get it the week before Fastlane. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And then during this segment, JBL mentioned something that I didn't notice initially, and then I thought about it and made sense. He was talking about how Moro didn't say really much. He was quiet most of the night. I mean, he was doing his commentary like he usually does. He got really into it, of course, at the end of the night. But JBL was fucking taking over commentary most of the night. And I heard a hell of a lot more from fucking Tom Phillips tonight. More than I've heard from him in weeks. So, I mean, I really feel like they're grooming Tom Phillips to end up taking Moro's spot on commentary. I mean, they've been talking about Michael Cole leaving. Maybe Moro goes to Raw. I don't know. But Tom's really starting to get more airtime, more whatever. There's a lot of different rumors that have been spinning around for the last few months, but we'll see. But I'm probably reaching too far into that, but we'll worry about that when we get to that point. Finally, we get to the main event. 100% match of the night. I mean, there's no question. Main event should usually be the match of the night. There has been instances where the main event has been complete crap. Not tonight. Lots of big spots. In fact, Harper showed up during Bray Wyatt's entrance and attacked him before the match. So, obviously, Harper is not concerned with the family anymore. So, this is essentially Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. I really feel like that split is going to come before WrestleMania. We're going to talk about that at the end of this. So, anyway, Bray Wyatt gets blindsided by Harper before the match even begins. Kind of got irked because there's two separate commercial breaks, and a lot of shit happened during the commercial breaks. But, so, Cena and Styles start the match. Usual shit. Cena's doing his, shoulder blocks, goes for a 5-knuckle shuffle. Bray Wyatt ends up pulling him out from underneath himself. And then the match really started to actually get going. A lot of big spots happened. Well, I don't want to say big spots, a lot of noticeable spots happened in the match. Styles hit a phenomenal forearm over the top rope to Bray Wyatt, who was on the floor, which looks sick as hell. Literally turned his body midair. It looked fantastic. And this is, it's AJ Styles. What do you expect? Let's see. We also had another phenomenal forearm from AJ Styles. He hit like 3 or 4 of these. Hit Wyatt with it, and then he actually got up and then got put into an AA from Cena for a close 2 count. It's kind of worried me there for a second, but he kicked out of a bunch of AAs before that, so it's not terribly like, oh my, you know what I mean? So, and then of course we went to another fucking commercial break, which I hate when they do this because it kind of breaks up the entire flow of the match, because the match was going very good. It's a very, very concise match. Each guy really got to showcase themselves. Bray Wyatt was kind of outside the match probably for about half of it, but he did play integral parts at different points during the match. We come back from a commercial, and AJ Styles is doing a frog splash to Bray Wyatt, who is on the fucking announcer's table. Literally, like, we came back from commercial, and AJ's in the fucking air. It's like, come on, dude. just bear with me and just not put so many goddamn commercials during the main event, please. And the table didn't give. AJ Styles did a frog splash onto Bray Wyatt, and the table did not give. The crowd is chanting one more time. They want to see that table break. They keep saying one more time, one more time. Fucking AJ gets up, does a leg drop. Table finally breaks. And then, of course, we get, holy shit. Oh, like they've never seen a fucking table. I'm not going to go into that. Fuck the crowd. Anyway. Then Cena ends up getting back up. He hits Styles with an AA. And this is the exact same thing that happened at the Royal Rumble. Hits him with an AA. Rolls back into him. Attempts to go for another AA, which gets reversed into a calf crusher, which then gets reversed into an STF. When then he does his... and then Bray Wyatt ends up breaking that. We have a couple different spots happen, and then eventually Bray Wyatt gets an AA, and I was like, oh shit. It's like he's going to, and then of course Bray Wyatt did kick out of the AA, so Cena's AA is not really showing as powerful as it used to. But it was definitely a fantastic match. Bray Wyatt eventually did win. He did pin Cena again. Hit him with a Sister Abigail after Cena knocked Styles off of the rope when he was attempting to go for another phenomenal forearm. He lands on his gut, falls out of the ring. Cena turns around into a Sister Abigail, hits him with that 1, 2, 3. Nobody's been kicking out of Sister Abigail lately. It is definitely getting, because he's the WWE champion. They need to make that move look dominant. Cena's AA has not looked as devastating as it has in the past. The Styles Clash gets no credit. It really doesn't. Yet that move used to be finisher 100% years ago, over the years. WWE has toned that down to fucking shreds. I don't even think he's won with the fucking Styles Clash. I mean, he might have. I just don't remember it. Maybe very early on, but he's never really won with the Styles Clash. It's usually always been with the phenomenal forearm. So, but anyway, fantastic match. Wyatt looked fantastic in this match. He really was getting showcased very well. Styles, of course, was fantastic like always. John Cena was really showing that he has been putting the work in and the time in. He's been getting better over the last couple years to when he, as compared to like 4 years ago when he was stale as fuck. And then Orton comes out. So this started to show some intrigue because Orton's not using the Bray Wyatt theme. He's been using his usual Voices theme that he used before this. And it's been prevalent since, I think, right before the Rumble. And he comes out and, you know, I figure we're going to have intrigue. And surprisingly enough, he sits there and says, my allegiance is to you, Bray Wyatt. And he says that he doesn't want to fight him at WrestleMania. That builds intrigue. That makes you want to watch next week because he's like, wait, what? Are you telling me the WrestleMania winner doesn't want, or the Royal Rumble winner doesn't want to face the WWE champion at WrestleMania? It builds intrigue. It really does. Now, I feel like this is going to eventually turn into Randy Orton turning on Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. I could be wrong, but I don't want to see Orton overtake Bray Wyatt just to screw him. I would love to see Bray Wyatt actually beat Orton at WrestleMania. That would be fantastic. I don't know where they're going with this. Vince might be like, no, fuck you. We're going to do it my way. But we'll find out. So, but that's how we ended it on Smackdown, and that's where we're going to end the review. Overall, Smackdown was okay. It was actually pretty good. It had its misfires with fucking Ellsworth, as always. The tag team match was not all that great. The Becky Lynch and Mickie James match was pretty good. It started very sloppy. And then, of course, the main event was fantastic, as always. So, make sure to like the video if you like it or dislike it. I don't, anything helps me and anything motivates me to either do better or worse. Who knows? We'll find out. But make sure to like the video or dislike the video just so I know you watched it, and that way I know you give a shit. Make sure to subscribe if you are a fan of the work. And we will be back later this week. I'm not sure what day. I'm working that out because time, right? But we will be back on the channel sometime this week. Probably it'll be before Friday. I'll tell you that right now. But we're gonna be doing some more gameplay video. I think we're gonna change it up a little bit. I think we're gonna hit some old school PS3. If I can get it to stream correctly, I think we're gonna try some old school PS3 this week. And after a lot of thought, a lot of determining, the last point will be coming back. Finally. And it's going to be completely different than what it's been in the past. It's been game reviews in the past. It's been game-related rumors and news and shit in the past. It has been corresponding with like news and rumors from WWE shit. It's been rants on politics. It's been a lot of different things. And I've been thinking about this for a while. And it's either going to come out this Saturday or next Saturday. It just really depends on my work schedule. But the last point is coming back. Yep, it's coming back. And those are the coup de grace. Those are the essential viewings for this channel, is the last point, because those are the ones that are completely indicative of my personal knowledge of a lot of different things. It's not driven by watching shit. It's not driven by playing shit. It's not driven by really anything. It's just really just an outlet for different things. And it's about shit I know. Up here. And I don't have to worry about notes. So it's a lot more consistent and it'll flow a hell of a lot better. That's for damn sure. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. Like I said, if you didn't see the Raw review, that'll be in the description below. If you did not see the Elimination Chamber review, that'll also be in the description below. And I will see you guys later this week. Right now, tentatively Thursday, but we will see you later this week for some gameplay from some old school PS3. And if we can't get that to work, Fallout 4 is always a backup. So make sure to tune into that. We're going to have some fun. And I will see you guys later in this week. And make sure to tune in every week for Raw and Smackdown reviews and then pay-per-view reviews when they happen. So I will see you guys later. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be back later this week with some insane PS3, PS4, or even maybe Xbox One gameplay right here on the channel. I'll see you guys later.